And I could victimize myself and be like, I never get a job because I'm not good enough. And I do kind of feel that way. But I can't feel that way. I don't, I've been looking for a job for so long, but I'm just gonna have to keep looking for a job. And at the very least, I got cashier experience out of this in a place that wasn't so hectic. The first time I ever cashiered was at this shitty job that I had at Joyce Leslie, where God bless them, but those Russian ladies, those Russian ladies, they are bitches. There's there's just so many of them in this certain part that I was working at. And it's really hard trying to help people when they don't know English. And I don't want to generalize, but this was my experience where they didn't know English. They yelled at me because I didn't understand them. And there was just so many people coming into the store that it was like impossible to give somebody good service. And I don't even know how I worked there 2 summers in a row. It was like flogging myself every day for 13 hours. Yeah, so I did 13-hour days, flogging myself. Anyway, you guys are gonna hate me, but whatever. So yeah, it was impossible to be a good cashier at that place because no matter what you did, you were about to die. Ooh, my water was about to fall. Exaggeration, but Anyway, so now I'm going to look for another job. I'm going to try to get a job at the Rite Aid that's like 7 blocks from my house because that would be awesome. It's just 7 blocks from my house. And now that I know how to do cashier work, yeah. So anyway, I'm bummed about that. Um, I'm also bummed that I am at the halfway point in my graduate schoolness, which means that I have to take a comprehensive exam, proving that I learned some shit while I was studying at the school. And I have to take a language exam, which I'm going to try to get out of because I don't know if you guys know this, but I studied in Spain for 4 months. I lived in Spain speaking Spanish. I don't know why this is Spanish, but I spoke Spanish for 4 months. Yes, I'm Cuban. I should get exempted. I can't even speak English. I don't know why I'm an English student. But yeah, and every time I write anything and get it back, it says some horrible stuff on it about how my grammar sucks. And that's fine because it does, but it makes me feel like a smaller person. Smaller person. But anyway, that's besides the point. Grad school is hard, and I don't even know what I'm gonna do with it. So that's my issue. I have a degree, and I was let go from a bakery. You know, not through fault of my own, but it still sucks. All right, so now you know my update with the bakery thing. But just so you know, as I was at the bakery for the few times that I was there and the condensed amount of time in the day, I was not tempted at all by these delicious looking treats. I was not. Because I just looked at these things that were in the bakery and knew that each and every piece, even if it was like this small, was at least 200 to 300 calories. You know, it was ridiculous looking, and I don't know, that doesn't make me hungry. It doesn't make me want to eat it. Like donuts. Donuts. I look at donuts and I don't want that. You know why? Because after you eat a donut, do you feel satisfied? No. It's like eating air or something, because you have just consumed, and let me tell you, good donuts are not that many calories, relatively. You know, it's like 250 calories, but it has like 12 grams of fat. I'm sure it has some trans fat in that, you know, and all the fat is probably saturated if it is not trans. I don't know what's wrong with me. All right. I'm just going trans. I just get in front of this camera and act a fool. Like, you know, whatever. What else do I want to say? Now that I've updated you on my non-bakery job and my grad school ridiculousness. Grad school is hard, by the way. So, if you just want to go to like enrich your experience, you should probably think about that twice. Because I don't know what I'm really getting out of it. I feel like I'm strengthening my writing, but then again, I get back papers and they say such horrible things on them. Like, let me get my paper. This paper that I was doing. First of all, this is a response paper. You know, it has a check on it. I don't know if you can see that check, but yeah, it has all this writing on it. I forgot to double space, so my professor kindly told me, double space, please. But anyway, I have a comment over here that says grammar and syntax. I actually got something on this that says makes no sense, because I kind of thought I was clever and put two characters together who are named, you know, lavish and eager. And I wrote lavishly eager. I don't know why I did that. I thought I was a little smart. I thought I was a smart ass. But then I got a comment that says makes no sense. This is always what I get. Let me read this to you. You have a great idea. I always get the great idea, but then I get the your grammar fucking sucks in a different way, you know? Ugh. I can't even read this person's handwriting. This professor's handwriting. Look at how small that handwriting is. Look at how small it is. I just want to tear it to pieces because it's so small. I have issues, but that's beside the point, you know? This is going to be like 4 parts. What else do I want to talk about? Oh, the 21-day challenge. I don't even know if anybody's going to watch this. If anything, you'll be entertained because I'm like ridiculously retarded right now. Let me go get more water. Okay, I'm back with more water, and I actually have to pee, but I'm hoping that my having to pee-ness will make me talk faster and shut up faster. Because I don't think anybody's going to sit here and watch a billion-minute video with, you know, a billion parts. But I don't think I'm going to do this ever again because it's just ridiculous how much I'm talking. But anyway, 21-day challenge. It came, it went. I did a write I wasn't really actively writing down what I was doing right and what I was doing wrong. I had like, all right, I'm the type of person where I cannot write things down. I never write down what I eat. Never, never, ever, ever, ever. And for most people, that would be the end of their diets. That would be the end. And I know I could probably lose more weight if I wrote things down, but I need to live my life. I can't be writing down every single morsel that I eat. You know? I just can't.